He still looked pale and unconscious. A small and pained intake of breath from the new man was the only sound anyone made. While the blonde jounin stood still staring almost despairingly at the patient, Inu and the Hokage immediately set to putting up several security seals around the room. After a moment of tense silence, the Hokage finally spoke up. "Yamanaka and Noichi, what happens here never gets past these four walls. Is that understood?" The answer was a grim nod from the now identified head of the Yamanaka clan, and one of the top experts in mind arts. "Now I wish to thank you for discreetly taking care of the ANBU who were with us, as well the doctor who was here last night. I doubt they would miss the memories anyway, and we absolutely have to keep this to as few people as possible," the Hokage offered with a sad smile. "I wouldn't want to remember this either if I had a choice, Hokage-sama. To think this child is the same age as my daughter." Inoichi trailed off as he stared sadly at the feeble blonde boy sleeping peacefully in the bed. This was the child he and his wife wanted to adopt since birth. He felt red-hot anger flare up inside against this village's civilians for impeding them so much, and had to work to remain calm. The third nodded before turning toward Inu. "Inu, would you like to have your memory from last night altered?" The ANBU slowly took his dog mask off to reveal a man with one lazy-looking eye. The other was covered by a small black eye patch designed to fit inside his ANBU mask. A dark blue spandex face mask covered the bottom half of his face all the way up to his nose. Hatake Kakashi shook his head in response. "No, I need to remember this, Hokage-sama. It'll encourage me to make sure he's better protected from now on," he replied in an unusually serious tone for anyone that knew him personally. The third nodded again with a sad smile before turning back to Inoichi. "Inoichi-san, as we have discussed before, I would like for you to go into Naruto-kun's mind and completely remove any trance of the past 48 hours from his memories. Then go back to the time he just left the orphanage and work from there to the present, altering some events he encountered in subtle ways that may help him feel a little better about himself. Even random acts of kindness from non-existent strangers will help. As for why he ended up here, an accident involving him hitting his head should work and explain the foggy memories he may have after this. If you wish to object about any ethical issue with this, now is the time to do it, and I will note it in the report that I'm making for Hokage's eyes only." Inoichi shook his head. How could he object to this? No child should ever have to think about committing suicide. He then walked over to Naruto's bedside and pulled up a chair so he could sit comfortably as he dived into the boy's mind. Upon reaching up to the boy's forehead with his hand, the Hokage decided to give the clan head a warning. "Be careful. Only Minato-kun knew exactly how the QB seal works, and you may encounter the beast in there. If you do, give it a wide berth and try your best to fix the memories. It should not be able to harm you, but it may attempt to speak to you.
If I may say,
be wary of it." Inoichi only
Warframe
hesitated for half a second
you.
before touching his hand to the boy's forehead. The closing of his eyes and slight slumping of his shoulders were the only signs he had successfully entered Naruto's mind. The Hokage sighed as he sat in another chair. "I hope this works," he mumbled as he and Kakashi watched over the two blondes. 2 hours later, Inoichi blinked awake as he removed his hand from Naruto's forehead. The Hokage and Kakashi looked up at this movement, and they were surprised to see the blonde jounin shoot up out of his seat with his body trembling from unbridled rage. "How dare they?" he growled out quietly before exploding. "Those bastards! How dare they?" he roared before slamming a fist on a nearby wall, cracking it a little. Afterward, he had to work to regain control and managed to calm down a little. The Hokage and Kakashi were stunned to see the normally calm clan head fly off the handle like this. They decided to give the blonde a minute to calm down more. "Did you see anything notable?" Hiruzen finally inquired after an eternity of tense silence. "Nothing. Absolutely nothing, Hokage-sama," Inoichi bit out. This odd statement confused the other men. That's the thing. This young child was never attacked. The worst they ever did physically were selling him bad food and throwing him out of stores and restaurants. Apparently they didn't see the point of directly harming him since it would most likely mean their death due to your law. The Hokage nodded for the blonde to continue. Inoichi let out a pain-filled sigh as he stared down at the unconscious Naruto with trembling eyes. They just acted like he didn't exist. They ignored him and cursed him anywhere he went. The only times he actually got positive attention was whenever he saw you or ate ramen with a middle-aged man and his daughter. He has been dealing with that ever since the first memory he could remember.
The Grenier are attempting to clear this forest by poisoning the soil. You are here to sabotage their efforts. Start with the toxin mixer. My intel suggests there are rich enemy supply caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the added risk.
Murder! I just straight up shot that motherfucker with a bow. By the way, once you play this game, you can never see it. Not how it did in game 1.
The mixer activates the toxin by combining it with a biocatalyst. Remove the biocatalyst to render the toxin harmless. Take care when destroying a biocatalyst cartridge. It is highly explosive.
Oh! Headshot.
Now get to the injector. detecting 2 more faint hints. Set the injector into overdrive to incinerate the toxin. We are going to destroy the injector by operating it at a dangerously high velocity. Keep the Grineer at bay until it melts down. You found a second cache. My readings indicate 1 more.
That motherfucker fell to the ground.
You just destroyed a massive batch of Grineer toxin. Good work. Get to extraction. Another job well executed.
Like, it's on console, too. No game. It doesn't matter if I'm on Steam and someone else is on, like, you know. Yeah, but, I mean, like, if someone else has Xbox and stuff like that, it's cross-platform compatible. Yes! 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 My double-bladed fucking swords are about to be done. I have to wait so long for it to be done.
Operator, the sentients are not laughing at my jokes. Did they adapt to my humor? If I may say, operator, your chosen Warframe suits you. Ha, ha.
I remember.
We are readying reinforcements. Keep fighting, Tenno. Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting? Very impressive, Tenno. You held them all back. Time to get out of here.
Checks out. Yeah, clear for punch.
Operator, Ordis is sorry. Happy to report that all my good jokes are gone.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. The enemy is broken. Well done. Now get to extraction. Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Operator, the sentients are not laughing at my jokes. Did they adapt to my humor?
No, he's in the other call. Considering that he's the one that got us into this shit in the first place. Considering that Leona doesn't know that Billy got us into this shit in the first place. Oh, you. mention is
Prove your ability with a sidearm. Eliminate all targets.
Brother Clem.
Ready yourself. Again.
holy shit.
A formidable performance. This test is now complete. Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Yep. I have no stats. Sorry, I'm looking at my stats in Warframe. I have none. I have none. You just left already.
I wonder which is worse, physical harm or having your entire existence cursed and denied anywhere you went? The Hokage's expression slowly became grim as he began to understand what the clan head was getting at. Kakashi was now glaring intensely at a particular spot on a wall. After a moment of silence, the third finally spoke up. Do you think you did enough alternations that his mental state might be improved after this?